Welcome back. Today I'm going to look at 10 of the biggest one-hit wonders on the UK chart. These acts may not have released anything else, or what they did release before or after failed to chart at all. I haven't included more modern releases that could be in this category, as the rules on how chart data is collected and how streaming is estimated tends to skew that data, so I wanted sales figures that were fairly reliable. Starting at number 10, we have that 80s classic Shut Up in Your Face by the Joe Dolce Theatre. In the UK, it's remembered as that novelty song that kept Vienna by Ultravox off the top spot, which was one of the best 80s songs not to make it to number 1. Written and sung by the American Joseph Dolce, no, he was not Italian, it was a UK number 1 in 1981, as well as 8 other countries, and has reportedly sold approximately 6 million copies globally.
With the bad boys, Giuseppe, always shoot the pool. Got the flunk at school.
He released 4 other singles, one of which charted in his adopted country of Australia, but not one charted in the UK.
It's a not so bad, it's a nicer place, shut up in your face.
Number 9. Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen by Baz Luhrmann.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 99, wear sunscreen.
Taken from an essay written by Chicago Tribune columnist Mary Schmeech, written 2 years previously, this 1999 spoken word track, offering worldly advice to a younger generation, was narrated by Australian actor Lee Perry and produced by director Baz Luhrmann of Moulin Rouge fame.
Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't put up with people who are reckless with yours.
The backing music is a choral version of the dance track Everybody's Free to Feel Good, a 1991 song by Rosala, which was used in Luhrmann's film William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. It hit the top spot in the UK, and needless to say, this one-off musical venture has not done anything since.
Be nice to your siblings. They're your best link to your past and the people most likely to stick with you in the future.
Number 8. Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky. Not a true one-hit wonder, as it's also been taken to number 1 in the UK by Doctor and the Medics in 1986, as well as Gareth Gates' charity version in 2003. The original was a massive success for Greenbaum. The song in all versions has sold in excess of 3 million copies worldwide, but this one song was his only hit. Whilst he barely charted with a couple of singles in the US, nothing else charted in the UK. After having no other success, Greenbaum left the music business and went back to being a farmer, though he did return to the music industry as a manager and promoter in the mid-80s. This hit the top spot in the UK in 1970. 7. Mr. Oizo, Flat Beat. Remember at the end of the 90s there was a Levi ad with a weird yellow puppet? Well, that was Flat Eric, who was the star of the ad, as well as the music video of the Flat Beat track, which was created by French filmmaker and electronic artist Quentin Dupieux. Becoming huge all over Europe, the single, the ads, and the puppet were everywhere for a short time. Whilst mostly busy with being behind the camera and occasionally releasing singles from music projects, nothing has charted for Mr. Oizo since the bass-heavy Fatback Band sampling tune hit number 1 in the UK in 1999. Number 6. Mad World, Michael Andrews and Gary Jules. This cover of the Tears for Fears 1982 classic obviously isn't a true one-hit wonder, but both artists who created this version are. Used in the 2001 cult movie Donnie Darko, this stripped-back, haunting version was said by original writer Roland Orzabal to be more in keeping with the lyrical content than his version.
The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had.
Preventing the completely opposite sounding Darkness's Fun Fest Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End, from grabbing the Yuletide number 1, it's about as somber a Christmas number 1 as you can get. Neither Michael Andrews, who generally does soundtracks, nor the singer Gary Jules saw any UK chart action again. 5. Eye Level, the Simon Park Orchestra. Loosely based on a Dutch-German nursery rhyme, this piece of music was used as a theme to the popular early 70s TV series Van der Valk, a British production following a detective in Amsterdam. After initially being released to little success, on its re-release it became a huge hit. In the UK, it's in the top 15 biggest sellers of the 70s. As most of this type of music is library music, created to be catalogued and then possibly chosen for various uses like themes, if successfully picked up, it's an unusual hit and not often repeated. As such, the Simon Park Orchestra, which did a number of recordings, had this million seller in the UK in 1972 and never saw the charts again. 4. The Archies, Sugar Sugar. Created as a song by the fictional cartoon band The Archies, derived from the Archie comics, this slice of bubblegum pop was written by professional songwriters Jeff Barry and Andy Kim, with music played by session musicians.
Sugar. Oh, honey, honey.
The Archie show, the cartoon in which they were featured, had many spin-offs and was popular in the US throughout the 70s. In the States, the follow-up single was a success, and there they had a few minor hits, but in the UK, this #1 was their only charting single. It was a smash around the world, selling more than 6 million copies, including over 1 million in the UK alone.
You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting.
3. Mambo number 5, Lou Bega.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
Adapted from a Prez Prado composition, German singer David Lubega Balamezi had his one and done success with this massive mambo tune.
Mambo number 5.
Putting his own lyrics and spin on the old instrumental resulted in a 7-year copyright battle that now sees Bega share the rights with Prado, a lucrative deal as his catchy tune hit number 3 in America, but became a #1 in virtually every major territory, around 22 countries, making it one of the biggest songs of 1999.
A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's what I see.
Selling over 4 million worldwide, and with well over 500 million streams, this was another million seller in the UK, but Bega's other songs failed to chart here.
Mambo number 5.
2. Teletubbies Say Eh-Oh. Originally airing back in the 90s, this British kids TV show was hugely popular with kids, parents and students alike, but the thought that the theme tune would go on to become one of the biggest one-hit wonders is as daft as the programme. Racking up UK sales of 1.3 million, this 1997 #1 is another indication of Brits' love of pure wackiness. It took the Spice Girls to keep it from getting the coveted Christmas #1 of that year. Mercifully, there have been no other Teletubbies releases. And at #1, Gautier featuring Kimbra, Somebody I Used to Know. A song adaptation of sorts, this uses the melody from the traditional English nursery rhyme Bar Bar Black Sheep, interspersed with samples of a little-known instrumental track from the 60s, done to great effect underneath a cautionary tale of a relationship and consequent breakup. Its quirky sound, great vocal performances from the pair, and a striking video, it catapulted the unknown Belgian artist Wouter Andre de Backer and New Zealander Kimberly Johnson to international success. Over the course of 2011, it gained traction in the Oceania territories and by early 2012 was finding success across Europe, America and the UK, eventually hitting #1 in at least 24 countries worldwide. A monster hit. With an estimated 13 million digital downloads worldwide, plus millions in physical sales, and even more millions in streams and music video plays, this has estimated sales in the UK of between 1.35 to 1.5 million, which makes it top of this list. Sadly, neither artist has recreated their success. Kimbra has had a few good singles that failed to chart in the UK, a few minor hits in her homeland, but she continues to write and release music. Gautier never even put another single out. His remix of this song in 2024, that was a very minor success, seems to be his only other release, which maybe isn't that surprising, as having such a global smash is an astonishing achievement and even hard for more than a few established stars to replicate. So there you have it, that was the 10 biggest one-hit wonders on the UK charts. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I see you soon.